Hey YouTube, I've not been on for a couple of days. Had a gig on Friday night and then I slept all day Saturday, and then yesterday I did absolutely nothing. It was great. This arrived on Saturday. I think I mentioned it last week that I'd ordered it. This is the reason I need to get myself a better strap. I keep using this one and ones like it because I don't like them on my guitar, so they end up sitting there. And then when I'm demoing a guitar, I put it on it, but you can hear it squeaking. You know, that's a physical squeak. It's not like coming through the guitar because the guitar's not on. So yeah. So this is a Vantage. I'm quite a Vantage fan. Vantage are one of those crazy not particularly crazy, but they did. There's a website, vantageguitars.com, I think it's actually called, like for someone's like sort of like the Washburn one. Somebody has gone on about 10, 15, 20 years ago and made up like their own website just showing you all the pictures of all the different models, and there's tons of Vantage models. They're started off sort of about 1980 at Matsumoku in Japan, and then they moved on. And they did the same as what every other guitar company did. By the time it got to sort of the late 80s, they started making stuff in Korea. And they started making basically super strats rather than interesting shapes. What I call them. I'm not really that interested in super strats. You could argue this is a super strat. It's not really. It's a uniquely squeaky strap. So this one is from 1987. I think I couldn't actually find it on the Vantage website, which had pictures of all the guitars. Also, if you notice this one here I've got on the wall, this is one of my favourite guitars, partly because of the colour of it though, but and it's also got a maple neck, which is right up my street. This is an Avenger. I believe I mentioned this last week when I was doing a video for something else using my black Vantage, which is a shit name. It was like a 33TX or something like that. This is an Avenger. You're like, yeah, great name, but look at the colour on it. It's absolutely rocking. So I bought that. I got that as a trade and against one of my Buckmaster casters or something like that, and it was unloved. Obviously, nobody likes it because it's purple, but I thought it was amazing. So these can still be had quite cheap for what they are. This one is a strange one. This one isn't on that Vantage page either. Neither's the purple colour, but it's definitely an original colour. This is definitely an original as well. I think it's called a v318. Because they've got a v315, which is just a humbucker and a single coil, and they've got a v318F, which has got like a Floyd Rose type trem on it, but it's got the HSX and it's got these pickups in it. These are pickups I've never seen before. They've got like you might be able to get this close enough for you to see. Reflection's not particularly good, but the wee red triangle's got like an ohms symbol in it. So I don't really know what that means. You can't see this either, but it's not white. It's actually a sort of pearlescent finish. You can see it's got someone's replaced the output jack at some point. That one's gold, which I wouldn't imagine should be on this guitar. HSS. It's got my favourite two adjustable screws on the pickup, so you can angle it. Whether that makes a difference or not, I don't know. But I like the idea behind it. It's also got Gotor tuners as standard, which are nice. But as you can see there, it says made in Korea. And if you look up any other Korean Vantages I've ever seen, have always been Stratocaster shaped or Super Strat shaped. Never seen a Japanese shaped one, so I wonder if this is one of those at the end of Japanese production, like when, I don't even know if it's Matsumoku shut down, because the black one of these I've got, which is actually very similar to this, I was playing it, I'm pretty sure it was only last week I was playing it, demoing a pedal or something. It's all black and it's got like apart from it's got a red pinstripe around the scratch plate. It's pretty cool. It's just 3 single coils, so it's very, very similar to this guitar. But I don't reckon it's Matsumoku. I think it's made by Chushin, which is like they took over from Washburns as well. Just like when you've got that many mad guitars that I kind of get used to, I can sort of tell you when not from a photo, but from playing a guitar, whether it's a Mats or a Cush, from that era anyway. There's wee things that did hard to describe. So I think this body might be a Japanese one that was left over, and then it was shipped to Korea when they were making the Korean ones, and they put possibly a Korean neck. The neck is it's a gloss finish, but it kind of reminds me of early Samick I've had a few Hondo Formula 1 guitars. There's something about it that just makes me feel it's like that. And if you're comparing that to like a modern guitar, Samick still make guitars, they still make it's nice. It's a really good neck. The body as well isn't plywood, which is quite common for guitars when they started making them cheaper, sort of in the late 80s, early 90s. They started making them out of plywood. This is not plywood, it's solid something. I can't tell what kind of wood it is, but I took the scratch plate off to see if there was a name on the back of the pickups, because I don't know what they are either. But my thinking is, if you're putting Gotoh tuners on it, I mean, Gotoh tuners are expensive. If my pal hadn't sort of offered to maybe be interested in buying this, I would have been taking them off and putting them on one of my guitars and then putting other tuners on this, but I'll leave them on just now, see if my pal wants it. So I've got it set up for my pal David, who likes really, really low action. So I've got it set with an action that's too low for me, really. I mean, it's alright. Just a wee bit spanky. But it's only because I like a bit of fight in my guitars. It doesn't fret out anywhere or fart. It's just that. It's got a 2-point trem on it. The trem bar isn't original. You can tell it's black. I just put that on there just now. It's also got a big block on the back, which with this crazy cutout thing, which I've not really any idea why you would have a cutout that shape. You know, why is it not just rectangular so you can put the strings in? So it's a sort of crazy cutout. I don't know what the thinking is going there. The serial number also starts E7, which I seem to remember being something to do with Squiers. Was it Young Chang or something like that? So maybe that might tell you what factory this was. It might be a Samick, it might be a Young Chang or whatever. Someone mentioned it was like a Fuji Gen thing. I don't know. So E7, but I'm thinking the 7 stands for 87 is basically what I think. Certainly sort of ties in correctly with the fashion at the time of having like sort of EMG looking covered pickups, and the perloid paint job is a very 1987 thing to have. So I think that's probably pretty much me with the talking about the guitars. I don't have a Vantage bass. When I was looking at the website trying to find these, I really want the bass version of that. They make about 50 different models. I think they probably only made about half a dozen of each one. They're just, you don't see any of them kicking about. But either that, or they're so amazing people just don't ever sell them, or they don't know what they were, so they just threw them out. But it's a sort of, I don't even know what sort of shape you would call it. It's got like it's a sort of Strat, a slightly pointy Strat maybe. And it's got, I really love this headstock. It's got a sort of it's like chamfered along the bottom. There's the quite very nice, but in very good condition. This guitar, it's not been played for 20 years. So now I'm playing through my Lenny VC15. I've got it plugged into this cabinet because it's there, and I've got no pedals on. I've also added another pedal because I had one. I bought a Squier bass about 6 months ago, and the guy said, there's this pedal I'll just put in the bag, it doesn't work. So basically I plugged it in, it didn't work. I put contact cleaner and a couple of leads, squished it in it, and it does work. So it's a Boss Overdrive / Distortion OS2. Yeah, so I figured there's no point in having it and not having it plugged in. I've got a special loop for my non-true bypass pedals anyway, because it's got a buffer thing in it, so it does change the sound a little bit, and I would rather not have it there. So I've got my Washburn stack in a box, that and my Yamaha flanger, all in their own special loop with true bypass, so I can still ignore them. I can ignore them when they're not on. So here we go, just clean straight through the amp, clean channel. Put it into I set up my second channel this to be a little bit distorted. And And I'm using the middle pickup, which no one ever uses in a Strat, so... Position 2, 5, I can't, 4, I can't remember which way around it goes. Middle. Position 2. I should have reverb on, shouldn't I? I'll try to use reverb. Then a humbucker. The neck's a quite strange dimension. It's kind of reminds me a bit more of my Gibson SG I was playing the other day, rather than a Strat. And I'm not betting any money on, because I never bet any money on anything because I always lose, but I'm pretty sure this will be a 25.5-inch scale. If I can find my measuring tape, I shall measure it. It is. So I'd imagine it's Strat scale. It is. So it's 25.5-inch. So it is a sort of Strat, sort of. Okay, now. And I suppose you could argue it is a super Strat as well, maybe. Just get the one tone control, so just rather than having the stupid 2. Compressor on for a little bit of help. I know what's wrong. I've not fast fretted it yet. I use this stuff all the time. I don't know if you always see it on the counters of guitar shops. It's totally good, man. It just makes the guitars a little bit slippy. The strings a bit slippy, and I've had this one forever. I didn't even buy it. I got it free. I found it in a guitar case, I think. But it's like it's kind of strange. I'm sitting there thinking there's something not quite right here. That's what it is. It just makes it makes them feel a little bit like elixirs. I just want to like using it on this. Oh, it's not much better. Position 4. I've just got the bridge set flat to the body. If you're ever if you've got like a Strat and you're having problems with it, basically if you tighten up the screws up to the point where it just sits flat in the body rather than having the up bend thing on it, you just have so much less problems. It means you can just get it out of the way and never have to worry about it again. Or you've got down bends only. This was actually a really good trem. Seems to return to pitch okay anyway. I don't like saying that in case obviously I try and hit a chord. Yeah, it seems to return to pitch. Alright, at the end of the video I'll do some serious Van Halen type dive bomb and see if it holds tune. But if you're running a Strat, you don't want. Right, so the reason I brought in the is that me on the clean or the distortion pedal? Right, so that's me on the clean channel now. So the reason I brought in the other distortion pedal was what I was thinking I could make it sort of replicate the slightly distorted channel in my amp so I can run it into the loop pedal. It's a bit more distorted, I need to turn it down a bit. Humbucker! Let's turn the reverb up, I don't like reverb. Quite hair metal. Up the distortion from the overdrive to the Washburn stacking of it. Oh, it's much louder. Try 2 frets. While I'm in that loop, I might as well put on the silly pedal. No, I won't. Back to my rat, which is all my favourite. reminds me of this sort of non-commercial music. You often get, it's like your rock track 1. You look up your non-commercial music to put on, so you can put it on your videos if you don't play the guitar. It's kind of got that bland, in the middle of the road sort of rock, just rock, nothing else sounds. That might be something to do with that Boss Overdrive pedal, because obviously everybody uses Boss Overdrive pedals and I don't. So that one I've got, it's an OS2, so I think it's basically the OD1, the distortion the overdrive and the distortion pedal with like a dial to mix between the two, so it's kind of like 2 pedals in one. One last thing before I go, the guy who's actually maybe interested in buying this bought one of those twin note fuzz pedals that I like. It was only the one that's only like 16 quid, the red one. It's on the floor. You can sort of see it, that one there. And he says his one's rubbish, and he thought mine sounded good, so this is my one. Actually, I think it's a great sounding pedal. Try to put it out of tune then. I'll put on back on my bland background music thing. Oh, so about 25 minutes. What's happened there is that this guitar has started. I have a certain theory about this, which might be absolute bullshit. There's even a guitar has sat unplayed for decades or even a couple of years. I mean, this is good. I've put new strings on it, but it sort of dies a bit inside, and when you play it, even for the 20 minutes I've been playing it, it starts to come back to life again. I think everything gets used to vibrating again. It gets used to being a guitar. It's playing much better than it was when I started this video. And I would almost argue that was still in tune after that excessive whammy barring. how much of that is maybe me just getting used to the slight intricacies of the guitar. You can see my problem I keep having with tremolo bars, because tremolo bars are always in a different position. When I start using them, I always end up muting the strings by mistake when I'm doing bends, you know, with my wrist and stuff, because they're all just, no two tremolos are ever exactly sitting at the right height. So there's a wee bit of tremolo learning. And there's a wee bit of learning just to play any guitar, I suppose. Yep, so I think my pal David was very clever. It was a very smart move. Offered to buy this off me before I'd actually fixed it, before I'd restrung it and stuff, because it's actually a really nice guitar. There's a slight tarnish on it because it's made in Korea, but that kind of makes it a bit more interesting, because you know, it's got Japanese tuners, possibly Japanese pickups, and I think it's got a Japanese body. The neck, I think, is Korean, but I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird having a stamp in the back saying made in Korea. You don't often see that either. But these are awesome guitars. If you're looking at, if you're watching this video because you've maybe just found one on eBay or Craigslist if you're in America or whatever, they're awesome, and they can be had cheap. You know, it's better than a Mexican vendor, without much argument. It's also so much more interesting. I feel it's like, I like an interesting guitar. This is like, oh, what's that? You know, it's like, even if you did have it, even if, say you've got your £2,000 Gibson Les Paul. Oh, what have you got? Oh, you've got a £2,000. You've got a 1999 Les Paul. That's interesting. Or you've got, what is that? It's a really weird shape. Oh, it's got a thing made. Oh, it's like, well, it's just so much more interesting. Speaking of expensive guitars, I haven't actually done a video of this since I did it. I don't think, or did I? This is my Geezer Butler bass I used at the Black Sabbath gig, which was actually turned out pretty good. The gig. It was alright, we weren't on for very long. I think we're probably the world's first ever Black Sabbath tribute band that didn't actually get round to playing Paranoid because we ran out of time. So, as you can see, I've did a video of this, but what I've done now is put cross fret markings on it, because we dressed up as monks with a hood on for the first song, and I found out when we tried that out for the first time in the studio, I couldn't play the bass because I couldn't see what I was playing, so I put totally oversized big dollops of paint on the edge of the fretboard so I could see what I was doing, like through the hood. But it performed well. This and my wee £20 red, what was it, a Korg bass thing, Korg Toneworks, which I basically just used for wah-wah and fuzz. Sounded rocking, and I didn't have to take my amp. So it was quite, I did feel a little bit like I was taking the piss a bit when it was the other two bands that were playing. One of them had like a Rickenbacker bass, and the other guy did a Warwick, you know, so these are like sort of thousands of pounds worth of guitar, and I'm turning up with one that cost like nothing or like 20 quid or something stupid, and obviously my work, which I didn't charge myself for. So I'm looking forward to doing our next gig, which is on the 10th of February, the 10th of April, I think. Playing this, supporting the Scorpions, not the Scorpions, the Scorpions, or Scorpions, whatever way around it is. I quite like the Scorpions, so that should be interesting. We should rock it like a hurricane. Yeah, I don't know whether I'll get away with just turning up with my bass on my back again so I could drink, but if not, I'll be playing through my sort of £100 rig with guitar, pedal and amp. That'd be... Half an hour, new record, rock and roll. In fact, I wonder what my record is. It's probably something about this. Catch you later.